tonight's Medical Watch, overcoming insurmountable odds. An exercise enthusiast who made it his life's mission to bring fitness to others' lives is stopped in his own tracks. But not for long. Diagnosed with an incurable muscle disease, he mustered the strength to fight back. He talks with his toes.
He's able to type 50 words a minute with his feet.
Thank you for coming to our institute today.
He breathes with the help of a pacemaker, not on his heart, but on his diaphragm.
I am the base of hope.
And he sleeps knowing 30 scientists are hard at work in this Cambridge, Massachusetts lab with only one thing on their minds, helping find a cure for his disease.
I'm running it like a business.
To see any treadmill at the gym, you know Augie's business, Life Cycles. To see early photos of Augie Nieto, you knew he was an athlete. And to see Augie now, you know life is never easy.
I diagnosed it like ALS. It is overwhelming.
But it didn't stop this man on a mission. Augie Nieto started Life Fitness in college. He lifted weights, building his own strength while building the business. But instead of getting stronger, he noticed weakness.
I started to watch some muscle twitches in my right bicep and then across my chest a little bit.
The twitching started nagging, and soon Augie was seeing a specialist.
The doctor says you have an 80% chance of having ALS.
ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is often referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease, since it struck the great athlete in his prime. Augie felt his pain, but decided he had a lot of fight left, even though the diagnosis meant he likely wouldn't survive 5 years.
I can't envision a life without Augie.
I wake up every day excited about life.
For his family, for himself, and for the thousands living with ALS, Augie set out on a quest with not one but 3 goals: to fund researchers looking for a cure, to support doctors working on a way to help patients live longer while they wait for science, and to explore the latest technology to help them communicate when the tongue muscle won't cooperate.
As he goes into a letter, the most likely letter combinations that follow that letter will be presented in the larger boxes.
The device was the brainchild of scientists. Augie's quest brings it to the masses. Same goes for the research at the University Hospital of Cleveland. The diaphragm pacemaker, Augie volunteered to be one of the first recipients. The device, still in the study phase, picks up where Augie's diaphragm can't, helping him take each breath. And finally, the most exciting part of the quest, the lab experiments at the ALS Therapy Development Institute, where they use state-of-the-art equipment.
If I did this manually, it would take me all day to do 90 samples. With this machine, it takes a half hour.
That's one reason they're getting results.
Obviously, in the long haul, we want to develop a cure, but that could be a second-tier effort. The first effort is to get a drug into patients today.
We're getting a lot closer now to taking things that are happening at the laboratory bench, translating them into meaningful therapies to give the patients.
Drugs to potentially halt ALS progression while scientists work on a cure.
You can see the drug is labeled in green. The neurons were in red. Where they overlap is now yellow. You can see beautiful colorimetric overlap of the drug here.
Meaning the drug is getting where they want it, to neurons impacted by the disease, shriveling up and dying. It's progress where for years there was none. That translates to excitement.
Because after all, the name of the game is how do we help patients with ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease? And we can do all the great research in the world, unless you translate it to the bedside, you're not providing the hope.
I know. Happier than I've ever been. I am not handicapped. I have a gift. I get to see wonderful people rally around what we want to accomplish.
Augie Nieto is a true inspiration. They may call it Lou Gehrig's disease, but many say they'll call it Augie's cure. If dedication, fundraising, and commitment have the power, it will happen. The Muscular Dystrophy Association is so confident, MDA gave the largest sum of money it has ever allocated to ALSTDI.